So good morning all of you. My name is Ishika Agrawal and I am here to express my views on the topic reservation. So let's understand what is the meaning of reservation. Reservation is the act of providing certain percentage of the seats to the people who belongs to backward section of the society or who are being discriminated. So reservation are given to those people who are considered as weaker section of the society and who are not at the par level with other section of the society in terms of opportunity or any other criteria. So India has legalized reservation system to give them some rights and to put them at the equal level. So the main problem is reservation system was only made, but it is still growing. If we talk about ancient times, reservation was started for only for the two categories, that is SC and ST. 15% for SC and 7.5% for ST. But then came Mandal Commission, which is officially known as Socially and Educationally Backward Classes Committee, which was made by Indian Parliament in the presence of Prime Minister Morarji Desai, and it was headed by BP Mandal. So they were tasked to find out other remaining backward classes of the society, which leads to one more reserved category, that is OBC, other backward classes, and 27% of the reservation is added. Then this news of reserved category spread like a wildfire across the whole country, and the people start protesting against it, and some of them took their own lives also. And this matter goes into the matter, and court also allowed OBC, but it put a cap of 50% on the reserved category. But Indian reservation didn't stop here. As of now, India is also having one more category for economic backward section, that is EWS. So 10% quota is again added for EWS category. I am not saying that poverty and discrimination is not a reality. It is. But at the same time, at the other side, that it is also a reality that we are giving only 40% chance to the meritorious students. So this is not good. And the main fundamental problem, there are many fundamental problems. The main fundamental problem is increasing percentage of the reservation. It is coming into dreams, and it is becoming a nightmare for those who belong to unreserved categories. If reservation is all about creating opportunities, then why do we need reservation after a certain period of time? If we are giving opportunities to backward classes, let's understand this by taking an example. If there is a boy who belongs to backward classes, so he wants to study medicine or he wants to get into a medical college, so he can avail a quota in India's most premier college, that is AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, because it has 15% reservation for SC, 7.5% for ST, 27% for OBC, 10% for EWS, and 5% for PWD, means people with disabilities. So that 64.5% of seats are reserved. But as 5 years later, when the whole batch of college will graduate, they, despite of being from diverse economic and social backgrounds, they will all be graduated as equal. They will have similar salaries. They will have same emblems on their certificates, and they will have same social status, because they all will be called as doctors. So, but when the same batch of the students applied for Masters of Doctor, that is MD, then only certain number of students will get an undue advantage, because there is reservation in Masters too. They have lower cutoff for SC, ST, OBC, so on and so forth, and the cycle continues. There is reservation in government jobs and even the promotions. Can you imagine, like, a person who is getting a job on the basis of the reservation is getting promoted again on the basis of the reservation? Wouldn't you call it an undue advantage? I would. So that's the most fundamental problem, that the reservation was created for equality, but it's promoting inequality. It's encouraging mediocrity, and the caste is a permanent attribute that the reservation neither changes its economic or social status. So why, on what basis are we reserving the seats? So this is the main concern. Yes, during the independence they may have been backward, but it's been 75 years and more. India has changed, Indian laws has changed too. We have decriminalized same-sex relationships, and we have delivered verdicts in favor of privacy. But we don't want to touch reservation. Why? Because it's been going and going. And reservation is also used for vote bank policies. Like a meritorious person who misses out in college seat due to reservation is bound to hold his grudges against reserved categories. So this helps politicians to divide and rule, but it does not help students, job seekers or the voters. So I want to conclude that the reservation is harming India, not helping it. It's not like other countries do not have reservation. Many of them do, like Canada is having certain policies for aboriginals and minorities. Japan is having certain laws that create opportunities, equal opportunities for tribal and indigenous people. But these policies are really progressive. But the Indian reservation system is completely out of dated. It's need to revisit it, to rethink who the real beneficiaries of this system are. So it's time to revisit it. It's time to ensure the fundamental rights to education without blocking the seats. It's time to ensure the fundamental rights to equality without giving an undue advantage to only some people. So reservation was created to accommodate people, not to leave them out. And it is creating social division in its own. In earlier times, the people were treated as untouchable, but now seats have become untouchable. Thank you.